So the Indianapolis Colts did release Nick Foles. Now, Nick Foles is going to be 35 when the season starts. He was a third-round, 88th overall pick in 2012 out of Arizona. He is going into, I believe, his 11th season, possibly his 12th season. Now, Nick Foles did play on 6 different teams, played on the Eagles multiple times. Now, my whole thing about this really comes down to that Philadelphia Eagles. Now, we're looking for a backup quarterback. We did draft Hendon Hooker. Now, I love Hendon Hooker, but let's be real. He's a rookie, and he is coming back from an injury. We don't know exactly what we're going to have with Hendon. I believe when he is healthy, he's going to be a phenom. I love Hendon Hooker. That was a beautiful, beautiful draft pick. He has a pretty deep ball, and he has some good touch, and he can stay in the pocket if need be and be able to dish the ball out by being a quarterback. And if the pocket collapses, well, he can use his legs and pick up the first down. So I absolutely love Hendon Hooker, but he is a rookie, and I don't want to shake his mentality a little bit and his confidence. So signing a veteran leader at the backup position in Nick Foles, I mean, that opens up. If Jared Goff goes down, you put in Nick Foles. If this is our championship window, well, guess what? Nick Foles could take us to the promised land. He did it with the Philadelphia Eagles in 2017. So this is the reason why I'm making up this video. I feel like we have to put that valuable stock into this. You know, and then back in 2015 and 2016, he was with St. Louis, which then turned into, a year later, the LA Rams, who was over there doing the 2015-2016 season, our general manager, Brad Holmes. So he has a little bit of familiarity, and I am excited. I think that the Detroit Lions definitely need to consider Nick Foles, especially with Teddy Bridgewater. He said he was going to give us an answer post-draft. It's almost a week after the draft. I mean, if it was, this time last week, we're doing day 2 of the draft. So tomorrow marks 1 week after the draft, and we have no answers for it. So, Teddy, you're on a time frame. You're on the clock, Teddy Bridgewater, because Nick Foles is out there, and we could go get a guy that is a Super Bowl MVP. Most valuable player in the Super Bowl. So we could go get that guy if you want to play these games. Now, real quick, I do want to say this. Nick Foles does have 2 other teams that he has played for those coaches. Played for Doug Peterson in Philadelphia. He's now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Do you think that they can go, Trevor Lawrence, Nick Foles? Also, another team to kind of look at, Bryce Young with the Carolina Panthers. Played for, Coach Wright, and also was over there with the Philadelphia Eagles. So, there's a little bit of correlation with that. I could see that him trying to look at those 2 teams, obviously. I think the most win-now spot is the Detroit Lions. I mean, we're on the brink of winning a division title, where we can host the first playoff game, and how special could that be? He could be a part of something historic. Not only was he a backup quarterback to win an MVP, but he can also be in Detroit when they host their first playoff game at Ford Field. History. Now, I absolutely would love this. Does Brad Holmes do it? That is still yet to be seen. If we could claim him up until tomorrow, then he automatically has to come here. If we don't claim him and nobody else claims him, then he'll be free to sign everywhere that he would want to go. So all 32 teams is up for grabs outside of the Indianapolis Colts, who released him. So, I mean, and they could also try to bring him back, though, too. So, I mean, who knows? I mean, I've seen stuff like that. I mean, Darius Slay, they cut him and then they brought him back. So, with the Philadelphia Eagles this year. So, I mean, we've seen some crazy things already this offseason. But Nick Foles, I believe he should come to Detroit. It's the best spot possible. It's a win-now spot. We give him the best spot to, get those wins and stuff like that, and be able to teach our young guys. Teach Hendon Hooker. Teach Adrian Martinez. And I think that right there is so valuable. And you don't have to throw a rookie out there if Jared Goff goes down and shake this kid's mentality and his confidence, because once you lose your confidence, it is hard to get it back, especially in the National Football League. And I love Hendon, and I don't want his confidence shook early on in his career. Let him blossom, let him develop, let him get used to this life in the NFL. And then if he needs to be a starter or a backup or whatever, then you could put him out there, and you'll be able to sleep more at night with that decision if you're Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. So Nick Foles for 1 year. I mean, he signed he was on a $6 million deal. So, I mean, hey, come over here for maybe 5, 6, $3 million guaranteed, half your contract guaranteed, a nice little signing bonus, whatever. Okay, cool. But in other news, also that the Detroit Lions did sign a wide receiver and a tight end. They are going to be on the rookie minicamp tryouts. So one of them, the tight end, he is from Australia, from down under, and he was awarded to the Detroit Lions. And then we went out and signed a wide receiver for the St. Louis Battlehawks, played in the XFL, and they're going to both get tryouts. So that's the news around the Detroit Lions over the past day. And my thoughts on Nick Foles. I would love him here, and y'all already know what to do. I ain't got to tell y'all. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, 21 away, and we're trying to get to 2,000 watch hours by the end of the month. We are almost there. We need 600 watch hours. So a couple good videos of maybe 5,000 to 10,000 views. I mean, we can definitely get there quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I love you all. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all, whether you're here for a second or the entire length. I love you all. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video, because grit don't quit. One pride, baby. Peace.